I'm always amazed by this. Humans will always find a way to have an attitude about someone else, even if it's you're on the south side of Chicago and you say there's like a chasm between the south side and the north side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, what's that all about?
Man, I have no idea, man. It's just Chicago is one of the most segregated cities, still is to this day.
Yeah.
It's the Irish is Irish on their side, the Hispanics on their side, Asians on their side. It's really bizarre when you go to Chicago right now. You go, wow, is it still like this? But it really is, and it's always been that way. But with stand-up in Chicago, I just never wanted to stay on the south side. I just always wanted to hit every area in the city to see if it worked, because I just always felt like, and I feel this way towards like barbers who do hair. I'd be like, why would you just do like black hair? Why wouldn't you just do all hair? You're a barber. Or why would you only do white hair? Do all hair. Like, because if you're a barber, be a barber, right?
Yeah,
learn everybody's hair.
Have some curiosity, yeah.
Do everybody's hair. And I felt that way with jokes. I felt like if I'm a comic, I'm not a black comic, I'm a comic.
Yeah.
So go to all these parts of the city and do it. So it worked in my favor in a sense, but
Did you have friends that say, why are you going up to the north side? Or
it'd be crazy. I had friends in each part. Nobody hung out with each other, but I would go up north and be with all my white friends, and we'd do sets, and then I'll leave and I'll go over to the Hispanic part, and I got my Hispanic comedian friends, and I'll perform with them, and my Asian friends. I would just go around the city, and so I just always, had a good relationship with everybody, and so and I thought that way when I wrote. I thought like, I don't want to write this and then have to rewrite it. So let me just do it this one time, and hopefully it'll work with everybody. And it could be hood enough, but smart enough as well that everybody can get it. And to this day, I just try to write like that, where it takes me 2 years to write a special. When a lot of people it takes them one year. I only can do it every 2 years.
Well, first of all, to be fair to you, you're busy doing a lot of other stuff.
I mean,
you've got, it's not your only gig. But how do you write? Do you write on stage, or do you like sit down?
No, I have to live. I have to put myself in situations I wouldn't normally be in order to like find something funny,
So when you do a bit about murdering a stranger.
Yeah, I either know someone who did it, I either know someone who just murdered someone, or I thought about it. No, but I go like, I was just at NASCAR, like probably about 8 months ago. I was there, and just at NASCAR, just soaking it in. Like, I was in the pit masters and all that shit, and I was sitting there. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I just noticed the car just kept going around in circles, and everybody had beers and shit, and outfits and checkered pants. I still don't know what the checker shit is about, but it was like, it's checker shit. And
how did you? Wait a minute. So,
well, we had a good goddamn time.
But someone didn't like anesthetize you, knock you out, and take you to NASCAR. You chose to go there. Who invited you to NASCAR?
Yo, NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
That's a man?
NASCAR was like, hey, you want to come to
J. NASCAR.
Louis J. NASCAR.
So they invited you.
They invited
me. Did you perform there or no?
I think a lot of people was like, fuck no. And I was like, hell yeah, let me go. I didn't perform nothing. Right. I just went. I went to the writers meeting, the drivers meeting before. I sat there with them. I went. They had like a red carpet. I'm going to tell you how white it was there. They had this red carpet, and I walked the red carpet, and no one even looked at me. And I was standing. It was one black lady with an iPhone that took a picture of me. It was all these photographers with real cameras. It was just one black lady like, I love you, Old Spice commercials. Click. I was like, thank you. And
I'm wearing Old Spice now because of you.
I walk up, nobody's saying nothing to me. But then everybody else came up. They was screaming everybody's name. Like, that's how it was. But we had so much fun, man. After a while, we was just like having fun and joking about the shit, and people started finding out that I was a They were finding out that I was a comedian. They was like, hey, what you do? And I was like, oh, jokes? Oh, I like jokes. Come on. And we hung out and they grilled and shit, we just fucking kicked it, man. And I was like, man, I like this. And I left with a hot 5 minutes on NASCAR.
You know what's really fun?
I went to all the black clubs. Anybody go NASCAR?
Nothing.
Nothing. Silence.
Crickets.
Silence.
Yeah.
Silence.
This is the problem is if you go too far into exploring other worlds, you'd be like, so I'm in Bermuda and I'm buying Madras shorts. You guys with me? Hey, where's everyone going? You still got to take, you don't want to go too far.
You got to read the room, man. Yeah. And that's the problem. But I still have the material and I'm going to use it one day. No, but I have to, man. I have to do that. That's how I write, man. I have to like do things I normally want to do or listen. I like to listen a lot. Like a lot of people might think I talk a lot. I go in a room full of people. I'm quiet. I'm just listening to everybody's story and everything, and just trying to find funny in it, you know, and that's just it, Conan's like that too. Conan, I remember, what happened that time? I think somehow I went to the hospital. He was like, let's film it.
Sure. Some people would wait to see how serious is it. And I'm like, well, before we do that, let's make sure we get it on. Let's make sure we monetize whatever's happening to Deon. Right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I remember they kicked me off the lot and I had nowhere to park at and shit.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Sona, say what happened.
I didn't even know this could happen. But every time you park illegally on the lot, they give you a warning. And I think everyone at some point got a warning. But Deon got so many warnings that they didn't let him park on the lot anymore. They like revoked his parking privileges. Yeah. So you had to park, I think, down the street
and walk into the lot.
You're parking a Bentley at a meter?
Wait, you really had a Bentley?
Yes!
It was beautiful.
It was gorgeous. It's the only Bentley I've ever seen.
It was white. It was convertible.
It was beautiful. I've never in my whole life ridden in a Bentley, and I asked Deon, and he said no. He said, "I want your leather pants stinking up."
I used to park in this. It was a parking space on Warner Brothers, and the parking space say Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And I parked there every day because I'm like, ain't no motherfucking Bruce Willis parking in here.
And the Bentley seems like it could be him.
I parked there for like 7 months. Nobody said nothing. Right in front, right there in front. I was like, nothing.
No, because
one day they tripped out and was like, you can't park in Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis ain't parking here.
So the one day he does and he pulls up in a white Bentley.
Yeah. And they beat him.
So you were here already.
Oh my God.
She got kicked off the lot.
Yeah. And then we did this bit where you let me park on the stage.
Yeah.
And we had to rent a car. And I pulled on the stage and the car stayed there the whole show.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I got my car and
backed out.